All right, good Saturday morning. We are off on an adventure today, and so we wanted to take you along as we go, but we wanted you to see what all goes into our kayaking trip as a family. So I'm going to unload everything and we're going to get it loaded up in the truck and we'll take you along for the ride. Safety first, right? Safety first. Always take your life jackets. The way these are in here, I have to take the bottom one out first. So all the weight is on the top. It's not easy, but our Intex Inflatable Kayaks, best investment we ever made. Maybe not the best, but it's a really good investment.
Is it cool this morning, Caroline?
Yes, it's chilly this morning. It is not like being where we used to be.
All right, that's two. The other one is in the other storage compartment. It's like playing Jenga in reverse.
Although it is nice because Chloe made these little stencils to go on our bins to tell us what is in the bin, so that has been very nice.
Outdoor, camel packs, cornhole, cooler, pizza supplies, the most important.
Oh, and science.
I honestly don't remember where the third kayak is. I will find it, but I don't remember exactly where it is.
So we're a family of 6 living full-time in an RV. We have a lot of stuff.
You must pack efficiently.
Yes, and it's like Jenga. These are all chairs.
This is the next challenge. It's like giving birth to a baby.
Not quite. All right, so there's all 3 kayaks, all 6 life jackets.
Three kayaks, 6 life jackets.
What's the other?
4 water bottles.
Why'd you just stick your hand in front of the camera? All right. You would think that we have all the most important things. Kayaks, life jackets. We don't have the most important thing yet. Follow me. Battery. This is the most important part. Caroline, don't let me forget the attachment. This helps blow up the kayaks. You'll see that later.
All right, so blower and kayaks, life jackets,
And water bottles.
Okay, we are off and headed that way. I feel like we packed everything but the kitchen sink.
So where are we headed?
Where are we headed? We are headed to do something we've really looked forward to, and I don't know that we even realized we could do this until a few weeks ago. So many of you know that we love to kayak. So we've kayaked in some pretty incredible places over the last 18 months or so. And so we're adding today to our list. Today we are going to get to kayak Horseshoe Bend. So Horseshoe Bend is a section of the Colorado River that makes a sharp turn or curve. I don't know what, is that the best way to describe it?
Yeah, looks like a horseshoe.
It looks like a horseshoe. It's a super cool viewpoint from above. We're excited because we actually saw Horseshoe Bend for the first time on our 2020 RV trip. And so we're excited to see it again, but today we get to see it from a completely different perspective.
All right, so what I was going to say is we're headed to Lees Ferry landing. That's all I was thinking.
Oh,
yeah, we're doing all the other stuff too.
So, but you can tell how today's going to work. So we're going to go to Lees
So
Ferry.
we go to Lees Ferry, and we'll share more about Lees Ferry when we get there, but we go from Lees Ferry, we catch a backhaul service. They load up our boats and take us upriver and drop us off, and then we paddle back downriver to our truck. It'll be nice because we get to ride upstream and float downstream.
Yes, so we're gonna add this to the list of all of the places. That's one of our probably one of the things that'll be one of our biggest memories of this season is the different places that we've kayaked. So we've kayaked in Acadia National Park up in the northeast corner of the United States. We've kayaked in the Keys, which would be the very southern tip of the United States. We've kayaked in Glacier National Park, which is the northwest corner, and the Snake River a little further down on the west. So we're adding this to our list. Okay, so where we are going today to put in and catch our backhaul service is called Lees Ferry. Lees Ferry is a little section that is a part of the Glen Canyon National Recreation Area. It's all over our country. Not only are there national parks, but there are national monuments, national recreation areas, all kinds of different things that cost money. They cost a small fee to enter each time. So what we're going to use today to get in is what?
Is our National Park Pass. So, since I'm a 4th grader, this year we got it for free instead of having to pay $80 to get it. So now I just have to be there so we can use it and we can get into the parks for free.
Different options for getting into all of the national areas across the country. You can buy an annual pass, which is about $80 or $85. You can buy, once you hit a certain age, I forget what the age is, I want to say it's like 65 maybe, you can actually buy your national park pass one time and it's for the rest of your lifetime. But below 65 it's an annual pass. However, the National Park System does a program that coordinates with 4th grade students, and so if you're a 4th grade student, you can get the park pass for free for the year of your 4th grade school year.
So they're attempting to get people out into the national parks, and so they encourage 4th graders that way by giving them free passes. 4th grade teachers can actually get the passes for their whole class.
Super cool. So that's just a little tidbit.
All right, we are getting the truck unloaded. Gonna move the truck, but we're getting our stuff unloaded here. We're gonna begin inflating all the kayaks and getting everything ready to go. If you look over here to the right, you can see the river. We're about to go up and we'll be floating back down. All right, so we're going to take you through the process of setting up our kayaks. This could take a little while, but it'll be faster than it could be if we were having to blow it up with our mouth, that's for sure. So Caroline's going to video as I set up one of the kayaks.
Trusty DeWalt blower.
Yep, we got the DeWalt blower here, and it is a game changer and a lifesaver. So on these kayaks, they're numbered. So it tells you right here, number 1. Babe.
Sorry.
All right, we got a close-up of the number 1 there. And number 2, right over here, one of the sides.
I have to do that one again.
So with that one, what we do is we inflate it in the big hole. Then I try to close it as quick as I can, keeping as much air in as possible. And then the secondary one, the second one has a one-way valve, so I can open it and fill it up the rest of the way. Back on to number 3.
Hey Daddy, do we need to like blow the seats up with our mouth?
There's the pump is in the back of the truck.
Okay, I'll start blowing those up.
All right, now on to number 4. It's a quick little pump. All right, it's actually easier to keep the air in these with my mouth. All right, so we got one blown up. Claire's working on the seats for this one. And yeah, so that's the process. We'll do that for all 3 boats and then we'll be all set.
Okay, so to blow up the seats, we have this hand pump. So we're going to show you how we blow up the seats. This is the 3rd one that we've done. So we already did 2.
There we go.
There we go. Good?
Yep.
Alrighty. Okay. There we go.
All done.
Going to show you a couple of things that we have packed this time. We have packed a little extra than we normally do because the weather, when we've kayaked before, it's been super hot and the weather is a little cooler today and the water temperature is a lot cooler. So we packed some different things to try to make sure we had everything we needed. So of course, there's plenty of snacks. Our coolers where we keep all of our water. So
And M&Ms.
it rides in the back with our water and M&Ms. Now this time we also added these dry bags. So we got these packs with 3 different sizes. So there's a medium and a small, and then a bigger size. So every boat has the bigger size dry bag with a long sleeve t-shirt in case we get cold, some Kleenex. And then we've got our water bottles. So surely we have everything we need.
Okay, so right now they are putting together all the paddles.
The paddles are in 5 different pieces.
Yes, the paddles are in 5 different pieces, so it takes just a second to get them on. And then if you look right here, they've got little things on them so the water doesn't go down the paddle. Okay, Daddy has gotten 2 kayaks done. He's working on the last one. Caitlin and Claire are over here getting all these seats ready, and Mama is strapping them in.
All right, so there's the truck. We've got the paddles put together, the life jackets ready. All of the boats are blown up. Casey's putting in the last couple seats. So we arrived about 1:20. It's about 1:40, and we are all set.
So we have plenty of time for a potty break real quick.
Plenty of time for a potty break. All right, so this is our boat coming up. We're gonna load up the boats and head on out. Hold that, please. How you doing? We are. All right. Yeah, you can keep filming.
I can what? Finish the sentence, please. Oh, I think it's fine. What? Where's your face? Get the picture.
All right, check it out.
Kilgore.
Kilgore?
Casey Kilgore.
Kilgore, 6 people, 3 vessels.
Yep.
River to base calling in the other backhaul. Alright, 6 people, 6.
All right, so we are flying down the river. We just noticed the water is crystal clear. We are making our way up. We're about halfway to where we're going to put in. And we are extremely glad that we chose to do this trip. And we haven't even really started yet. So there are 1,000-foot cliffs on every side of us. All right, so we are coming through. We have been on the boat about 15 minutes, I would guess. And we are coming down through here. We've got to be getting close to Horseshoe Bend, but if you look over here, we've got a campsite that they've set up. All of the campsites, this is 6 Mile campground, so yeah, at each of the campsites they have a pit toilet, and so that's 6 Mile Beach. We've gone 6 miles from Lees Ferry. Caroline is saying it's cold. It is a little chilly running this fast into the wind, but man, I'm looking forward to paddling. All right, so we can barely see it, so I'm sure you can't see it on video, but we are entering Horseshoe Bend. Up at the top, right under that little tiny cloud, if you can see the cloud, I don't know, is the top of the ledge. We can see little tiny ants at the top. People looking down, wishing they were down here kayaking with us. So we are entering the beginning of Horseshoe Bend, or the end of Horseshoe Bend, depending on your perspective, I guess.
Okay, we just got here and we are getting all our kayaks set up. So we will see you soon.
Yeah.
Okay, we are off. There's Mama and Caitlin. We got Chloe and Claire up front. And we're in the middle. And thankfully we thought pretty early that to check our plugs, because they were all open and we had to get very close to each other. We had to paddle to each other and close them. So now they are closed and there should be no water in our kayaks.
All right, we are headed in. We've got some waves from the boat. These are not rapids, just wake from the boat. And I don't know, you cannot see, I'm sure. We can barely see with our naked eye up there, but we have entered into the beginning, the mouth of Horseshoe Bend. If you're looking from the observation deck up top, we are at the far right side coming into the top of the horseshoe. So we have entered the bend.
All right, we're on the kayaks coming through Horseshoe Bend. If you look way up there to the tip tops of the rocks, you can see the people. So those people are at the overlook point for Horseshoe Bend. We're entering part of the bend of the horseshoe, and we'll go around the curve up here and out the other way. Sorry.
So Claire just called Mama to see if the service worked down here in the canyon, and sure enough, there's Casey and Caitlin paddling along with the people up at the observation point right above them in Horseshoe Bend. So this is a part of the, I believe it's called the Marble Canyon, and we are just south of the Glen Canyon Dam right now, about 6 miles. This may be the extent of the rapids that we're about to enter into right here. Class about 0.00001 on the International Rapid Scale. It's pushing us here.
Oh yeah, here we go. It also got shallower.
Ooh, we didn't stay in this flow.
Yep, that's key. Chloe and Claire have for sure.
Yeah.
Look at the contrast though of the green grass and the lush and then the rocks.
Pretty amazing.
Okay, we're getting into some good flow right here.
Ah, this is nice.
Here we go.
This may be the extent of the flow that we get to see on this river. It's pretty slow going on this river.
Cold.
We'll put in the description below what the flow was today as we've been paddling I believe the water temperature is around 49 degrees. The flow is around 12,000, however they measure that. And I think that the gauge height is around 9 to 9.5, but I'll put details on all that in the description.
Oh, that's the view with the top of the tip of the kayak in front with the mountain. Yeah.
On the tip of the kayak, you can see our tags. We still have the tags on from Glacier National Park when we kayaked there. And let's see what the date is there. 7/15/22. I believe we kayaked on the 14th because we kayaked the day before Mama's birthday.
Daddy, we need to be here.
All right, y'all look. All right, so we're taking a little snack break to get some M&Ms.
Oh, Daddy.
Here we are, we're coming down the rapids.
Yeah, backwards.
We're coming down backwards.
Daddy.
Oh, chill out. Goodness gracious, babe. Look at the camera. This is perfect.
That is cool.
Okay, I want them peanut butter pretzels.
This is a new
I
angle
thought
we have
Daddy
in
and
our
Caroline
boat.
had 'em.
I don't even know if you can see me, but it's probably kind of aiming a little high. But anyway, we had to take a little M&M break. I don't know how I ended up with 0 M&Ms, but
What kind of peanut?
you just got a nice 360 view there as I spun around. If they're peanut, yes. All right, zip those babies up and let's roll. Oh, we're going, sorry.
I won't.
M&M break.
Where are we supposed to go? I'm turned around now.
Caroline just asked which way we're supposed to go because we've turned around so many times.
Oh, yeah.
So part of what's so cool is the way the sun shades the rocks and the different parts.
Oh, they're back there, maxing and relaxing.
Probably eating M&Ms.
We took another M&M break. Daddy and Caroline are way over there. We have caught up.
So there's another one of the campgrounds right up there. I don't know how far we've gone. The wind is very intensely blowing against us,
Yes, makes it a lot harder.
which makes this a tricky paddle.
Especially when I'm not helping her. Okay, well, we found out we've got a kayak losing air.
Our kayak.
Yep, Daddy and Carol's kayak.
All right, it's blown up fairly easily. Now I'm covered in sand. And when I got out of the boat, I let the...
Did you open the plug up?
Probably better double check all those, make sure they got good.
He's also draining.
Can you lift the back end of our boat, please?
What?
Lift the back end of the boat a little bit. Is it all draining out?
Oh, yeah. There we go. Yay!
We've come over to the rock to block us somewhat from the wind.
Yes.
The wind makes it quite hard to paddle and keeps going straight.
Block the wind a little bit. So there's another campground. We think this is 6 Mile Campground. They have these little campgrounds along the way. Rowing team.
We've got a rare sighting of Caroline paddling. If only they were all four in sync, but they're not quite all four in sync. We have officially lost the sun for the day. It's gone behind the rocks. There's Crown and
Claire's
Daddy's
feet are
boat.
tingling, and our boat is sinking.
And my foot is indented.
We're trying to maybe get around this bend and then pull over. Maybe get Crown and Daddy's boat a little more air. And I'm having another snack. Peanut butter pretzels. Look at them. You can't even see because the sun. So cute. We've made it back going. And we got the sun again. Alrighty, so we had to break out the long sleeve shirts. It's getting pretty chilly. About to stop on this beach right here to fix Caroline and Daddy's kayak. Adding a little piece that was missing. And we think,
Sunlight.
yeah, we're definitely losing
Pretty cool.
sunlight. And we think that we are pretty close.
There goes. Oh shoot!
Hey
dude, do you know what this is? I just need a little bit.
It's in the kayak. Do you think it's important?
I would keep it. I'll figure out what it's for later. Ah, where is that little
What is it? What is it?
that little circle thing that we were asking what it was?
I don't know where Claire put it. Is that what's
Get my
wrong?
phone and see if you can call Claire. I think that's what's missing. Claire! Did you keep the black ring with you, or is it in the truck? I think I need that. I think that's why it's leaking.
So don't stand up.
Well, it's amazing what a difference this little piece could make. Literally. I've got sand in my hair. I've blown this thing up now maybe three times, I guess.
This is the third time.
But it's this little thing that has been missing right here. It snaps in there, and that's what seals off this valve. That has not sealed tight until just now.
Sheesh.
So,
Until the last mile.
all right,
I think we're good to
the
finish
green
it out
mile
now.
right here. We're done. Let's get it done.
Okay, we are coming up on our last little bit. At least we hope so. The wind is going against us, so Daddy is having to paddle really hard. But
Here's Caroline's paddle.
broken apart in the front.
Not that we broke it. We just put it where it wasn't in our way.
Yes.
So we finally fixed the deflation issue, and that has held up well. And now we are trying to get this last little bit under our belt. We really think it's around this next little bend. If it's not, I'm praying for a ferry to come by and pick us up. But I really think that's it, and we'll be able to complete our journey as long as this wind doesn't blow us back to Horseshoe Bend.
And our GoPro on our boat has died, so we are videoing on Daddy's phone now.
Yeah, use what you got.
Yes. But we do have a very pretty view right now.
It is gorgeous. The only problem is we can't feel our feet or our legs.
For real. I've got my feet right by Daddy's arms, and we cannot feel our feet. So we will see you later when we have gotten closer.
There's the horses.
Horses, where?
There's the horses. Hey, there's the horses.
That was right when we came in.
Yeah.
What?
No, it's right around that bend.
Yes.
I'm almost positive. I'm
I
freezing.
know, but I hated to say that because Chloe thinks I'm waiting on Jesus to appear. That was
Claire
Claire.
said.
Sorry.
Well, you keep saying we'll find everything.
Just around the riverbed.
Just around the riverbed. Okay, so those are wild horses that roam, and I don't know why those two are just down here and where they came from.
Yeah, we
But-
haven't seen any except these two right here. And they were in the same spot when we came by on the boat.
How do you think those horses got down here?
They're mountain horses. We think that the boat place, or like where our truck is right around the bend up there. We're hoping so. We are almost there. I know, for real.
The Florida Keys.
Whoa.
And the
We
Snake
made
River.
it.
We thought this was gonna have a little more flow.
Yeah,
Well, we had built
we finally made it back.
Finally, and I'm done. I didn't even paddle, and I'm done.
Home is Georgia.
This water is so cold. My feet are like hurting. But we made it. I'm not really sure how long it took us because I don't know what time it is. But we're here.
I think that probably is our hardest paddle to date. Would everybody agree with that?
Yep.
I think probably so. So
It is now 7:45. We just got all the boats loaded in. We made it back about 7:20, was it?
no, it was a little
No.
before that, I think.
All right,
Around
so
7:10.
7:10.
Just after 7. But
So we were gone from the dock about 5 hours.
so it ended up, we left at 2. The backhaul service took us to Petroglyph Beach. It took us about 45 minutes, right, to get up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we got out our boats, got everything packed in and started to paddle.
A solid 4-hour paddle.
Yes.
And that river is almost a lake with a few
Yes.
minor currents. So
So that was one thing that was different than we thought.
yeah, I'm interested to look at today's data on the national whatever website. They've got the different gauges along this river. I'm anxious to look at. That's got to be about as low as it gets.
I think we thought we were going to have some current and some flow, and we very rarely had current. We did a lot of paddling, and the hitch with that was we did a lot of paddling into the wind, which is difficult.
We also did a lot of paddling with a deflated boat.
Yes, that was our other challenge today.
Of course, you saw that, and we found the fix to that. It was a simple fix. Too bad we didn't find it the first time our boat started deflating.
Oh, our shoulders are going to be so sore tomorrow. Now, here was the other interesting thing about this paddle. This was hands down the iciest, coldest water that we have paddled in. I mean, like, we always have to walk, ankle deep about to get in the boats. maybe a little deeper.
All the water we've kayaked has been cold.
It's all been chilly. But this was like so icy and so cold that it stung and burned your feet.
Yeah, like
It was
Snake
50 degrees.
Yeah, Snake River, when we did that, it was in the low 60s. This was in the high 40s. So like, I think I read online 49. I'll check that data on there too. And I'll put it in the description.
It was 15 mile an hour. At the Snake River, we got in its place.
Yes.
You could barely put your hand.
That's
yeah,
a
you're
good
talking about hypothermia if you get in this water.
So that part was very interesting. So yeah, another interesting part of this paddle is that they have on this, because a lot of people paddle and in different whatever, whether kayak or whatever, a lot of people do this recreational boating or sporting or whatever you want to call it on this river. And so there are campsites along the way. So like a vault toilet and campsites. I think we showed you some of those, but that's interesting also. So little places to put out. We got out and stood up a couple of times. And
All right, so you might be thinking to yourself, well, this sounds like poor planning on y'all's part. Well, that's another interesting part of this story. We did not plan on doing this paddle on Saturday at 2 o'clock.
correct.
So,
So originally we had this paddle planned for Tuesday. So for 3 more days after. And got a call last week from the company because they are going to be closed next week because of what they are doing. You can explain that better.
yeah, they have a planned time where they are opening up the dam, and it's going to go from probably today was 10 or 12,000 cubic feet per second. I don't know how they measure water flow, but they're going to almost quadruple that, at least triple it. And so I don't know, we'll try and get some footage of when they open the dam or when the dam is open, because they're going to pump a whole lot more water in. They're going to raise the level of the river significantly, and there's going to be a lot more flow going down the river. What that means is it's going to flush out a lot of the sand. It's going to recreate some of the sandbars. It's just a thing they're doing to help the riverbed, I guess.
Yep. So
You can't do what we did today when it's flowing like that.
no, so our original plan was to go out at 10 o'clock in the morning or 10:30, I can't remember,
Would have been perfect.
on a Tuesday. So anyway, we did not want to miss out on this and decided to take the only open slot they had this weekend, which was today at 2. So anyway, I'm glad we did it. It was a much more difficult paddle than what I was thinking we were walking into, but I still wouldn't do it again.
And the girls did great.
Oh, they did so good.
They might have almost killed each other once or twice, but we will survive.
Yep. So
We are
anyway,
going to find some pizza.
we are really hungry, so we're going to find some warm dinner and then some hot showers.
So if you made it this far in the video, you're a trooper. And thanks for coming along. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, I'd encourage you to do that. We'll post more crazy videos like the one that you just endured. And yeah,
Don't forget to like this video as well.
yeah, like this video, hit that little notification bell. That way when we post new videos, you'll be notified. And
I think we should say a shout out to the Boy Scouts that we saw and ask about our YouTube channel. So if you're watching, thanks for the help getting our boats out. Okay, this is what takedown looks like. There's the seats, kayaks, have it all unloaded. Paddles have to be broken apart. Getting everything ready so that we can pack it back up.
so last night we were too tired. We couldn't do any of this. A lot of times we'll do this at the dock. When we take the boats out, we'll rinse them down good. We weren't doing that last night, so today's the day.
We have lots of good sunshine to help dry, so that'll be good.